Alright, welcome to my channel. In this video we're going to talk about non-combat gear. What's the best way to get the equipment and what you should focus on when you start your account. So the first one we're going to look at is one of the free quick swap that you get, research speed. It's one of basically the two main ones when you want to work on your construction and research. One thing you're going to notice is most of the equipment we're going to talk about are level 35 or higher. So in that case, in the research set, you're going to be wanting to, 5 of those pieces of equipment are from gathering material, so the accessory, the offense, and the armor. And the other 3 are they come from monster hunting. So when you start, obviously you need to gather as soon as you can, and as often as you can, so that you can build your equipment. I suggest that you go straight for these items and you don't do the other one, the cheaper ones, the lower level ones. You're gonna get some free equipment like a level 25 armor that gives research speed. So just use the free ones until you get your these 3 different pieces of equipment to have a better boost. And obviously with this feature, it's just gonna apply the best equipment. So I suggest that you don't waste your material. Gathering will give you this, and also you're gonna get some chests from various events, material chests. Don't buy them with gems or with guild coins. You're gonna get them from events, so just wait for them, and whenever you have just open them. At some point you're gonna have all the equipment you need, but I suggest that you focus on these 3 pieces of equipment first. The other 3 pieces comes from Noceros, Jade Worm, and Griffin. Obviously you won't be able to equip them until level 50 and then 55. And by the way, at the helmet level, that's the only piece of equipment that gives research speed. So just build it as soon as you can, and whenever you hit level 60, you can equip it. The next set, we'll look at construction. So construction is basically Griffin, Noceros, and then gathering, and then usually the trident here, you can build this one, can forge this one from gathering material. The difference is that the Terra Lash from Terratorn, at the same grade, it's better. So, but usually it's easy. It's really easy to get this piece of equipment to gold, while this one will take a longer time. But eventually, if you decide to build this instead of the armor, eventually at gold level, this becomes better. I don't suggest wasting embers to get this to mythic. Yeah, construction, you really want to get Castle 25 and then Academy 25, but then if you're free to play, you're not going to spend a lot of time rearranging your manors and your infirmary. If you do, I suggest you just slow roll the construction and you don't waste speed up on that. Whenever you start your account, focus on Noceros and Griffin for both your research and your construction set, even though you won't be able to equip most of these equipment until level 40, 45. Just hit those monsters even at lower level. Even if you cannot kill them, you can at least get the materials and start forging your equipment. The next one we're going to talk about is the familiar set. So familiar, really easy. It comes from Voodoo Shaman or from Gathering. Same thing, you can only start equipping this at level 40. The good thing about this is that you will most likely be level 40 by the time you unlock a skirmish level 8. You're probably gonna have T3 at that point. So these are the 2 pieces of equipment that don't require the voodoo dolls, so really easy to do. These are harder to get. You can get them from Tycoon, and you can also get them from chests. You have a good drop rate from chests, but chests are harder to come by. So when you're lower level, try to pick those from Guildfest rewards. And then at level 25 castle on a daily basis, you get one chest. It's not a lot, but it adds up. I mean, it's 30 chests a month. And you get some pretty good drop rate with the Voodoo Shaman. As far as this specific set, I suggest that you start by focusing on the piece of equipment that gives you speed, merging speed boost, instead of familiar training boost. So this is for training speed, this is for training speed. These give an equal boost, so just build them. But then later on, once you've unlocked all the familiars and you add them to Elder, which I'm at that point where I have either all level 60 or working on the last two. Yeah, the last two here from Pack 4. But I have the runes, so at that point I have decided to switch and then focus, prioritize familiar training experience boost, and that's why I have 3 gems at the moment also. So those are the first 3 sets you really want to look to work on. The next one, once you start doing Guildfest, you're gonna want to try to get some hunting equipment. So at the moment, the only way to get Slayer chests is through Guildfest, or sometimes last year there was a special events where in the news, you would go to the news here, there was a special event and it gave out 150 chests. Sadly, I was not really lucky with the drop, so that's why my set is not that great for a 3-year-old account. There was also the Sagittarius events where I bought these. Whenever I will be done upgrading these parts, I will most likely build the boots, and then I will swap these for the Slayer boots. Whenever the Slayer boots give a better bonus than what I currently get from this special item, that if you start an account right now, you would not have access to that. This was a limited edition. Next set we're going to talk about is gathering speed. Gather is very important for a free-to-play player. You want to, a lot of people will do their KVK just by gathering, especially if you're in a kingdom with very aggressive players, titans, and you don't want to go in fury. So gathering is pretty good. So basically gathering is Noceros, Griffin for the army capacity, Saber Fang for the travel speed, and then this piece of equipment, it's an exclusive. Well, it's an exclusive. Everyone has access to that when you start your account. I believe you have 7 days or 10 days to complete a certain event, and it gives this piece of equipment, which gives resource gathering speed and army capacity. The boots from Hard Rocks give a better bonus when they're purple, so that's why I don't have them in my set just yet, but they don't give army capacity. I'm mostly interested in the gathering speed. I don't really care if my troops, my T1, get it when I'm gathering or during KVK. So that's why I would prioritize these at purple grade. There's also this piece of equipment, so if you missed out on this, you can build this, which doesn't give any gathering speed, but it gives army capacity. In fact, it gives a very high army capacity, so you risk less troops when you gather. I would still strongly suggest that you focus on this piece of equipment, although it's harder to get. I mean, it's only at blue grade on a 3-year-old account, and it comes from Hard Rocks. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. Since we're talking about gathering speed, there's also and I don't have a quick swap for that, but there's also the travel speed set that is a very good set to have. Especially if you're free to play, there's a good chance you're a filler. So you're during Dragon Arena or WoW, you're gonna want to put yourself in the middle of the map and then send troops to the wonders. So these 7 pieces of equipment give travel speed. There's nothing here in the often that gives travel speed, but obviously I'm not going to change it. It's part of my gathering set. There's also another piece of equipment. So all of these come from Saber Fang. This doesn't require the Bloodsucker, which is the rare material, and these do. The main end from Saber Fang also gives travel speed, but it gives the same boost as the electric lens from the Rhinoceros. So there's no point in wasting any Bloodsucker on the main end. Just use them on the other piece of equipment. All right, I believe that the last set that I'm gonna show is not really, I would say it's not a serious set for a free-to-play player. It's the T5, the crafting set. The only reason why I have these is because you get these chests as a reward in Guildfest, and the only reason why I would pick these chests is because the other 2 rewards were trash. So whenever I got trash rewards and I had those chests, then I chose those chests, and that's why I have a couple pieces of equipment for crafting. What do they do is that they let you build a little bit more, so my capacity is increased by about 100 gears, and also the speed is higher. So if I did not have this equipped, I would be doing 5,000 in about 4 days and 2 hours. So I'm saving about 3 hours and I'm building about 100 more. I'm currently at about 300,000 gear. And I estimate that by the time I unlock T5, I'm gonna have about 2 million, 2.5 million. So it will take a really long time. Right now, I am at, I've dumped about maybe, I don't know, close to 5,000 tones in that tree. Nowhere near close to unlocking. I did the ranged column because I am a range focus account. You can start building gears once you unlock the Foundry. There's some good research before that though, that helps your everyday gameplay. So yeah, that's about it. Those are the non-combat sets that I use. Oh, there's one more I need to talk about. Let's unequip everything. Well, let's equip the troop training set, which you can get from the Hard Rocks monster equipment. So this gives you 2.5, and then this gives you 4% at blue grade. Hard to get if you're trying to get these piece of equipment, the keystone from killing Hard Rocks. Good luck. It's really hard to get. Right now, the best way to get these are from chests that you get from Guildfest, and you get a pretty good drop rate with chests. So whenever you see them, I suggest that you grab them from Guildfest rewards. It's not a huge boost. I mean, you get a small boost. Right now I have like 400% training speed, so it just gives me about 10%. The last piece of equipment is from Champion. So Champion is really hard to upgrade as a free-to-play player. Crimson mains are hard to get by. The chest, the drop rate are very horrible. So the only reason why I build that is for training speed mostly, and I use a ranged boost because this is a ranged account, so I made sure I had at least a ranged boost. So in case I get this to purple and gold, then at least I'm gonna get something out of it aside from training speed, but it's mostly for the training speed. So your troop training set should look like this. At the moment, there's nothing that boosts training speed in the other slots. Maybe in the future, IGD is gonna release something, but at the moment, that's it. So that's about it for the non-combat gear. So if you have any comments, write below and I'll definitely reply. Thanks for watching.